Okay, with this training video, I just want to spend a few minutes here and walking you through the Reference USA database. That's really very helpful and will be very helpful as you work through your marketing plan. So I'm just at Google, as you can see, and I just put Dakota County in there. You could also go to Dakota County Library and pop you right up, but I kind of want to walk you through the Dakota County website a little bit. So I click that, and up pops this. Hold on a second while I move this for you. I'm just going to click this. Here we go. And just bear with me as I kind of toggle and move this around on the screen so you can see it. But here's the Dakota County website, and it might seem a little bit weird. It does to me, but leisure and recreation, library hours. I guess library is leisure and recreation. Whatever. Anyway, the library is located here in this tab. You can also get to it up here either way. So I'm going to click that, and then it pops you into this screen. And there's a lot going on here. A lot of services by Dakota County. And so what I'm going to do now is just click this one, and that's this here right here, Research Tools. And next thing I'm going to click here is this thing called Library Resources A to Z. And this is really a list of all the databases. Let me move this over a little bit for you. All the databases you can get at through the Dakota County Library, which is really incredible. It's an incredible amount of data there. So I'm just paging through here, this thing right here, keep on going. And some of the stuff we have in Inver Hills, the Inver Hills Library, and a lot of it, and some of it we don't. But I'm going to keep on going here until I get the Reference USA. Bear with me a second. There it is. Reference USA. Directory of over 1 million U.S. businesses and 200 million U.S. residents. All right, plus median income and median home values. So a very useful database. So I click that and hang in there. What I need to do now is enter in my my library barcode, which I get from Dakota County. You got to go to a Dakota County library to get to, and then my library PIN, and that it explains it in here how all that works. So again, you're gonna need to go to a library, a Dakota County library, and there's one right by Inver Hills campus. I think it's called Inver Glen. It almost looks like it's part of the campus. It's off the road on 80th when you drive into the campus on 80th Street. So at any rate, bear with me a second. I'm going to enter my 14-digit library barcode and my PIN, and it's going to pop me into Reference USA. Here we go. I'm in. Okay, Reference USA. Okay. So again, we got these really two. You see that? Hopefully, we got these two basic uses here. One is for businesses, and the other one is for people. So I'm going to click this, businesses, and now I need to do a search. And I'll move the screen around so you can see the whole thing, but it's just you can see the company name and executive name, which you really don't need. But I'm going to look this. What I want to do is look up Cassetta's. It's an Italian restaurant in St. Paul, and I want to find out what are the annual sales for Cassetta's. Every time I go there, it's packed. They must be doing pretty well, and they've been around forever. But I just want to know the sales as a kind of a base level starting point, because let's just say that, for instance, I'm writing a marketing plan on creating a business in St. Paul, and maybe it'll compete with Cassetta's. Maybe it'll be another Italian restaurant, but whatever. So it's just background information. So I'm just looking for basic background information on this company. So let me type in some information here. First thing I need to know the name of it. It's really Cassetta Italian Market. And I don't care about this executive first name and last name. It doesn't really matter. This can be a little bit tricky. Let's say it's St. Paul. It's obviously in Minnesota. Let me go through that again. Okay, now I'm going to try to view the results. St. Paul doesn't match, or the way I put St. Paul, because that's, you can do that a lot of different ways. Lo and behold, it turns out that the way they need it, or Reference USA needs it, is, I believe it's like this. Yeah, see what, when I did that, what happened? It confirmed it on the bottom. St. Paul. But you might struggle with that. If this pops up and you can't quite get it, another way to get at this information is this. Is go over to the phone right here. And let's say you were able to look up the phone number. And there it is. Let's go 651-222-3476. That's the phone number. Let's see if that will get it. Ah, it does. It does. There it is. Cassetta's Italian Market and Pizzeria. Executive's name, oh, David Cassetta. That makes sense. It's a family business. And if it's a family business, it's probably private. But you still can get some information on that anyway. So let's just select this, click that right there, and let's bring it up, see what we get. Okay, I'm going to have to move this around a little bit for you, but some basic information like where it is, phone, all that stuff. Let me toggle and move around. All this basic information here. So that's good, but that really hasn't given us anything we couldn't get from a phone book. Let's keep on going down. So there's some profile of the business. Established in 1911. Goodness. Wow, they've been around a long time, right? Here's all the stuff they offer. I'll attest to that. I've had most of it. And so have a lot of other people. Obviously, they've been around since 1911. There's the industry profile. And then we got the NAICS code here. That's their North American Industrial Classification Code. That's important, right? And this is the primary one right here. So that's information that can help us with the Gale database. So it's good to have that information. And then all these I'll move this over just a little bit for you here. All these things here, right here, location, business demographics, management directory, company news, stock data, business expenditures, historical data, UCC filings, all that stuff, really nearby businesses, competitor reports, interesting tab, brands and products, all this stuff really is very helpful. And let's just say that you want to know, as a very first starting point, what are the annual sales? So I think that'd probably be right here, historical data. And yep, there it is. Turns out it's a pretty big company, or a pretty big restaurant as restaurants go. In 2010, about $5 million worth of sales and 130 employees throughout since 2008. So, sales have probably been fairly constant. We could just kind of, if it's been about 130 employees, it's probably fairly constant somewhere around 5 million. Now, it's not exact, but it's close. So that gives us a sense. That gives us a sense of how big this company is. And once you have that sense, then you can start messing around here and looking at these other tabs and see what's this, competitors. What do we got there? Oh, it just lists some. Okay. Well, I happen to know that this bar or pub, if you will, is right across the street. And my guess is that it's not as big as Cassetta's. I think it's still successful. It's been around a long time. But just when I go downtown St. Paul, where this is on 7th Street, it's just not quite as busy. So let's just see what their sales are. All right. Same stuff, all that stuff there, Industrial Pro, same, you got NAICS codes, all that kind of stuff. Oh, look, there's a little different one. This is drinking places, alcoholic beverages. Wow, that's interesting because Cassetta's does not serve alcohol, but McGovern's does. It's Irish. It's going to, right? That's the Irish way, right? All right. So let's go down here and let's just see for historical data what we got there. And what do we got? Ah, interesting. Much smaller company, right? We had what, 130 employees at Concetus, that's 35. Sales volume, it has 1 million here, it looks like 1 million there, so it's, you know, maybe this is 1.7 or 1.6 or 1.8, can't exactly tell from the graph. I could working through some other detail there, but it's a much smaller company, much smaller business. Successful though, no doubt successful. It's been around a while. Still, nonetheless, we now have this just basic idea of, you know, size, how big, you know, some history, what, you know, what they do as well. You can find that out by going through this as well. So that gives us a starting point. Now we can start with our marketing plan with some really base level knowledge. You know, if we're going to be writing a marketing plan on, let's say, a restaurant in St. Paul, we got a sense already of how big some of them are, and you know, where to go for additional information to get some additional competitive information. So that gets you started. Hopefully that helped. If you have any other questions about this, obviously you can just give me a buzz and just email me or call me on my cell phone or my office line, whatever, and I'll help you further. Okay, that's it. Take care. Talk to you soon.